triangle in Bermuda. I can suit her, living the moon, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two former division rivals in the old AFC West. The Seahawks and Chargers are underway. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Darnold going to throw right away. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Darnold down to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up the 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Three yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Again, Darnold. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 26. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Running the sweep, Hilton with it. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Darnold just beating the play clock. And he wisely will throw that one away.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Darnold from the gun. And his throw is incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Darnold. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. The Chargers sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here, Herbert. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. A beautiful fake. They find some open field here. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lowered in the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Second down and goal. Darnold dancing to his left. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before, getting his feet down with Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
14, Chargers, nothing. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game?
He's by himself, Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Allen. Keenan Allen, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful with this one.
Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Darnold. That completes it again to Metcalf. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Seahawks 14, Chargers 7.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense so far on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be third and forever. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Darnold. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Penny, a first down carry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Back to throw, Darnold. This is the tight end fan. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Darnold. He's got it to Hilton. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Darnold on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Darnold to throw again. And incomplete on a deep ball. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Myers' kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 10. Out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. It's Eckler again. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Herbert. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. And Herbert, his 3rd interception. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Penny up the middle. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Darnold. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big game, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, Darnold. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Penny. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the route is on here in this first half.
31, Chargers 7. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. From the 10. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Chargers going to get the football first here in the second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Take it in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Oh, he still brings it in off the tip here on the deep shot. 27 yards there, a first down.
Sometimes those tip balls turn out to be like a pinball, just bounce all over the place. Everyone's got to go up and get it. In this case,
we talk about tip drills for defensive players like you, but what about the offensive guys? They do any tip drills?
I think they work on it as well, oftentimes in the Hail Mary situations, because you're actually counting on a ball being tipped to give you an extra chance to catch it. They use that training well.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Herbert. It's caught. Beckham. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Complete to Odell Beckham. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Seahawks 37-yard line.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
13 yards on the play. And the Chargers.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's a great defender. Everson Griffin making a great defensive play there for a loss.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. He's got his big tight end, Fant. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Seahawks have opened the lead up to 30. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Chargers 7.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This one fielded at the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. Herbert's throw complete there to Beckham. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Again, Herbert. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And they'll run it again with Penny. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been flat getting it done. 8 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Darnold. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They'll run with Penny. And he's got some space here. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. Uchenna Nwosu picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense,
They don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
After the sack on first down, Herbert looking for Allen. He's got him on the slam. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Herbert on third down now. Going back to Allen. He's got him again. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it, and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
On first down, it's Herbert. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Again, it's OBJ, back-to-back catches. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Second down and goal. Herbert. And that is caught. And they're going to see this one in the end. They get a score. But pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Hopkins with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give it maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Whistles now at a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Darnold. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Looking deep for Hilton. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. But just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Herbert on 1st down now. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Herbert operating from the red zone. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Trying to punch it in with Eckler, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point good by Hopkins, and leads down to 24.
Makes the score Seahawks 45, Chargers 21.
So would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack. It looked like they were trying to get him outside there, but this defense had different plans.
Yeah, they really had an outside-in kind of a pass rush. It's almost like when you're covering a punt. You can't let him get to the outside and get to the sideline. You force him to stay in the middle of the field, and they did exactly that and made the play.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing out to his left. He lets it fly for Lockett. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
on 1st and 10, Darnold. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Inside handoff, Penny. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And
You always got excuses, and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same. I hit you on that celly. You say